MovieWeb.com.
The director said that he did not know this character before writing it, and I'm wondering, did that allow you more freedom in creating the character for yourself?
You know, I mean, I always take the same amount of freedom when I'm creating a character. I never know, generally, I don't know the thought process going into when somebody has written the script and by the time it gets to me, because I don't normally have the luxury to actually discuss it with the writer. Director often, you know, I just end up on set and I do the part and I create whatever I want to create. I approach this one the same way. I just look at characters and, you know, and reading through it the first time, a specific scene may pop out and I go, oh, right. I know exactly what that feels like. I understand this character really well. And then from that moment on, I, you know, start creating this character with the help of an acting coach, same acting coach I've worked with for 15 years. So in that sense, I didn't really, Chris and I didn't speak that much about Kylie and how to portray her. He didn't say these are other than the pool aspect and me having to play my own pool. There were no other things that we both discussed of how I should portray her or what qualities I was or was not going to bring to her. These were just things that I came up with, and thankfully Chris was okay with them.
Okay, well now I want to know, for people that aren't familiar with poker, what does it mean to win on a river card for the beginning of this film?
Well, you should ask Chris all the poker terms and everything. That's, you know, that's he's the guy who, of course, is the big poker guy and the guy who wrote the character for me. But in this case, I have, I can't remember because it's been 2 years since we shot it or something. But I have all the same card, like 4 of the same cards or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's where I win the game with. And in essence, I've already taken the guy's car away from him. And God knows what else.
So, okay, well, I want to know, this ending is a little bit of a different sort of ending than we normally see in a film.
Right.
I'm wondering, do you think being an independent film allows you to have that ending? If this was like maybe a bigger film, you wouldn't get away with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no studio involvement, so you don't have a whole team of people who are saying, I don't know about this ending. I think we need to just perk it up a little bit at the end and make it more fun and like a family film. You know, this film was made for no money with no other involvement other than, you know, the very select group of people who are involved in it. And so, yeah, I think in these types of films you get away with an ending like this.
Now, was it hard to unlearn some of the pool stuff that you were learning at the same time to sort of show when you lose a shot? I heard that was hard for you to do that.
Oh, did Chris tell you how competitive I am?
Yeah.
Yes, losing is not that easy for me. Winning is a lot better. So, yes, in the ones that I had to lose, I was not that good at it. And those were the longest, I mean, those were the times where we had to do most takes for me to lose instead of, you know, the ones that I had to win.
So did you actually go into some pool halls and try to see if you could hustle?
I didn't hustle people for the parts. I specifically was trained by one of the guys, John Jubak, for the film, who plays Duncan in the film, and we kept it at that, just real intensive pool training because we did not have that much time, and in that very small window, I had to just make sure that I looked as good as I possibly could. And it's not an easy thing to learn that quickly, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I did not have the confidence to just start going and start hustling people.
Well, I was wondering, because if you walked in, what do you think would happen if you walked into a frat guy like that? I mean, for your background at film, I'm sure it'd be a different
I think it's different.
response.
I mean, if anybody would recognize me, of course it would become a different thing. Then, but I, you know, generally, I would not want to bump into that guy. I was even scared while we were shooting it, going, oh God, I hope he's not actually going to hit me. He's coming awfully close.
Now, I want to know how they found a kid that looks like it could be your kid. I mean, was that an extensive search for them?
No, well, can I tell you that I think that just is something that people project onto this film. Jamie and I look absolutely nothing like one another. If you see us in life, mm-hmm. we have no resemblance whatsoever. It's just that because we play mother and son, and I think people then just start projecting things onto this relationship and go, right, they kind of look like each other. I've heard that now from many people. I mean, you put Jamie next to me right now, we look nothing alike.
Really?
I mean, for one thing, in the film, I changed my appearance. I had a hair piece on to, you know, there were specific things going on that I tried to look as unflattering as possible and all of that. But in the end, do Jamie and I look like one another? No.
Really? I wouldn't know that in the movie. I thought you guys get dead ringers for each other.
Coloring wise and all, nothing.